Hello everyone, and welcome back. Just last night, about 8:30 at night, I got back from Louisiana after being down there for, well, part of 5 days. And now I'm trying to get a little bit ahead here on weeding. Normally I will come out here and weed just a little bit each night, and you can keep up with it, but when you're gone that many days, the garden needs a good just once over here, and then I'll come back in and get between the plants after this 4th of July weekend. We had a pretty good storm that came through here when I was away. There was a bunch of the corn that was bent over at a 45-degree angle. I've straightened up most of it here. Still a couple that need to be straightened a little bit more, and it's, been starting to pop up by itself, but definitely something blew through here because the corn, part of it was down. There was a few little branches down in the patio. This is the first time in many years that I've had trouble now with a deer that's coming in here and doing some eating. I'm going to have to watch this. I have to leave tomorrow after work to get up to the farmhouse. I'm going to spend the 4th of July weekend up there with Melissa, do some things around the place that need doing. And what I usually do when this happens is I'll come out here and I will run a cord out here and I'll put a radio and put the radio on a talk station, and that usually keeps them away. The first year I had the garden here, I had a lot of trouble with deer. So what I did is I set up a thing that had a motion detector, 2 floodlights, and a radio. So anything that would walk by here, the light would come on and I had the radio cranked loud. And that worked pretty good. And then the following year I fenced the whole garden. But fencing the garden, to me, it's a pain. It's hard to mow around. It doesn't look as nice. It's such a pain to till, because when you're tilling your rows, you like to go past the row, turn around, and come back. And I just don't have a big enough space to do that right here. I came back to potato beetles. I don't know what they are, Japanese beetles, whatever, starting to eat my potatoes. They were hitting it pretty hard. These few in here, they really did some damage on. They'll be fine, but... So I seen that last night, so today I went up and I got some, I put 7 dust on mine. I get that question a lot, and that usually wipes them right out. You just have to watch, because they're going to try to come back in about a week or 2, and you're going to have to hit it again. Everything that is going to come up, some of the seeds have come up, some of them didn't come up. I need to go through and weed those rows now, because I let the weeds grow there until the plants come up, because you don't know what's what. And like I said, I'm just doing a good once over right now because it needed it, because it was neglected for almost a week. When I use this garden hoe, since it's got the loop, I push down and it cuts about an inch and a half deep, and then I swish back over the top. Like this spot isn't real weedy, but then it exposes the roots more so that they can get killed off tomorrow by the sun. Like I said, when I get back here Sunday, I'll get in here and I'll pick all these weeds out, because especially like with onions, well, most all your plants, even the little ones like this, will really stunt their growth. You always want to do this when the soil is a little moist, so you get the roots out with it. If it's dry, it just breaks them off, and then they're just going to grow right back as soon as it rains. Carrots are another one that are the same way, but you have to wait so long with carrots for them to get up and you know what's a carrot and what's not a carrot. And also you got to kind of pick and choose, because a person doesn't have time to weed everything in one night, and the onions have a much shorter growing season than the carrots do. So I realized that my carrots might get put behind a little bit if I'm not weeding between them, but I know that they will catch up, and I need to do the onions first, but these will get done on Sunday also. I've got quite a few pretty nice radishes here. Some of them have grown so fast that they just split right in half and I had to toss them. While I was in Louisiana, they had about 2 inches of rainfall here, and more than one day that was well into the 90s. So this garden now will take off pretty nice. I have a bunch of nice dill plants started. Beets are coming up pretty good. I have yellow wax banana peppers that are already ready to be picked. And my kohlrabi, that's also, I mean, you could pick it now, but I will definitely wait for another week or two till it gets a little bit bigger. Bye, I love you. Sarah just left. She's doing a 14-hour overnight drive to Pennsylvania. She goes to these art conventions. I can't remember what they're called because her stuff is like computer art. Anyway, she goes to these conventions and she sells her art there. She goes all over the place, and this time it's to Pennsylvania. Okay, everyone. Well, thanks a lot for watching. I still have to hook up a trailer behind my truck for work tomorrow. I'm actually picking up a bunch more of the used deck boards for the farmhouse, and these here I'm going to put on the outside of the future chicken coop. So we got a pretty good supply there that came off a deck, and that's going to be my tomorrow morning project. We'll come back here in about a week or so and take another look at the garden. I will see you guys on the next video.